Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Devil's Den Hockey. And tonight, the New Jersey Devils fall 3-2 in overtime against the New York Rangers. Ugh. So, Devils lose 3-2 in overtime to the New York Rangers. And I'm just going to say it. We're going to start off nice and strong. The only person who deserves any sort of praise at all in tonight's game is Jacob Markstrom. How many times are we going to let Jacob Markstrom have to bail us out again and again and again and again and again until we decide to wake the hell up and do our jobs? So, I don't even want to get into period by period by period. The first period, which I at the end of it thought, it'll get better. It didn't. It absolutely didn't. So, the New York Rangers score immediately to make it 1-0. They score very early in the first period. And the Rangers take a 1-0 lead. This is after the Rangers have been up our derrieres the entire first period. And the Devils do sort of play a little bit better, closer to the tail end of the first period. They do, but it's not enough, and we go into the second period with a 1-0 deficit, okay? We go into the second period, and the second period, I feel like the Devils play a lot stronger. Unfortunately, Igor Shesterkin is still the goaltender of the New York Rangers. And so only getting 4 shots, I repeat, 4 shots in a period against one of the best goaltenders in the league is unacceptable. And I'm going to be saying this quite a bit throughout the video. There's going to be a running theme of unacceptable throughout the entire video for this. Okay? So let's keep going. New Jersey only gets 4 shots on net, but by some miracle of God, Jesper Bratt and Jack Hughes end up scoring a goal each, making it 2-1 at the end of the second period. The second period, the lack of offense that the New Jersey Devils have had in recent games, in the last, I would say, 7 to 10 games, is truly astounding. How many times are we going to get our shit kicked in every single time because either Nico or Jack or Jesper aren't scoring? And we'll get to Jack a little bit later because I have a bone to pick with Jack Hughes tonight. I really do. However, the fact that the third and fourth line at this point, and I hate to say it because I like Holla, I like Cotter, I like Lazar, is doing nothing right now. It's just doing nothing. It's not contributing in any meaningful way. Mercer had a couple of opportunities to put one in. He couldn't. I love Mercer. You guys know that I love Mercer. But our third and fourth line is doing jack shit right now. Ironically, that should be the title of the video, jack shit. Anyways, third period, here we come, and it gets worse. We get almost halfway through the third period, and at this point, the game is tied 2-2, right? So we go into the third period with the game tied 2-2, okay? The third period is here. And over 10 minutes into the third period, and the Devils don't have a single shot on net. But you know what they do have in the third period? They have the New York Rangers, of all the teams you could allow this to happen, to open our mouths, to open the New Jersey's jaw, place our front teeth on the curb, and just curb stomp us for 15 minutes straight. Our 5-on-5 was horrendous in the third period. We had to spend 10 minutes of Markstrom standing on his head to make any saves because we couldn't get the puck out of our own end. I'm sitting here watching the game and I'm screaming, clear the puck, please! Do something, do at this point. Just get it out. And they just couldn't get their shit together. It's crazy how we go from being arguably the best team in the NHL to like our last 5 or 6 games winning one game, and it's against like Seattle and it's by 1 goal. And like it just feels like every game we play, we're getting bodied every single time by the other team's offense and the other team's goaltender. Every single game. And it's crazy to me because we're so much better than this. We really are. But anyways, I digress. I haven't talked enough about Jacob Markstrom tonight. Jacob Markstrom is the only, and I mean the only reason why this game wasn't like 7-2. 8-2, 9-2. I swear to God, Jacob Markstrom, I think, in just breakaways and 2-on-0s or 2-on-1s was like, had to make 6 or 7 saves if we're just counting breakaway shots, if we're just counting 2-on-0s, if we're just talking 2-on-1s, like high danger chances. He had to stand on his head again and again and again and again. And hell, you know what? You don't believe me? You don't even need to watch the whole game. Watch just overtime. In overtime alone, in the less than 5 minutes that it took the New York Rangers to score their overtime winning goal, Jacob Markstrom had to stop 2 breakaways and 1 2-on-1. And in one of those 2-on-1s, they scored the game-winning goal. It is unacceptable for a New Jersey team to be as good as they are, to be allowing 3 odd-man rushes, 2 of which are breakaways, in less than 5 minutes. Now, I think I have sung Jacob Markstrom's praise enough, because I swear to God, if our New Jersey Devils team walks into the locker room and dares to look Markstrom in the eye because he has to bail them out over and over and over again, and they give him that lackluster offensive performance, Markstrom deserves to slap every single one of them. You make eye contact with Markstrom, he should be able to take his stick and just whack you in the head as hard as he can. It's crazy to me. It's absolutely crazy to me that like we can never have 2 nice things at the same time. Either our offense scores 5 to 6 goals a game, or we have a goaltender which like shuts the door entirely, right? And then we still lose because we can't score any goals. I don't know. I digress. Now, I know that everyone loves Jack Hughes. I get it. I completely understand. But my God, he played awful tonight. He played awful, and he deserves to get his ass reamed out in the locker room by Keith and every single one of his teammates. Here's a little fun fact for all you analytical people out there, because I'm not an analytical person. I'm not a big fan of the whole, we're going to look at numbers. I just want to look at the game and see what I like, see what I don't like. Jack Hughes had 7 turnovers tonight. 7 turnovers. And he didn't just lead the New Jersey Devils in turnovers tonight. No. Jack Hughes led the Devils and the Rangers in turnovers. He was the single most turnover guy who played tonight compared with both teams. He was responsible for not only the game-winning goal, because it was his turnover, which led to a 2-on-1, which let them score. Not only that, but he allowed 2 or 3 turnovers, which turned into breakaways, which Markstrom had to bail out. Keith, and you know what? Jack Hughes defensively, all the beginning of the year, and hell, even into November and December, was playing, I thought, pretty well defensively. And I know that we all love Jack, but it's games like tonight where someone has to pull Jack aside and be like, listen here, you little shit. This is how we're going to play. If you can't be trusted to play with the puck responsibly when it's on your stick, then you don't get to play hockey. Because if you cannot be trusted to not be a liability on the ice, then you shouldn't be on the ice, period. Let someone else take Jack Hughes' ice time. Because I don't want to have Jack be skating and skating and skating and skating with the puck, and he's sitting there with the puck and turning it over again and again and again and again, and then, like, the puck shouldn't be sent to him. It shouldn't, because he can't be trusted to play defensive with the puck. He can't be. Anyways, I think that's my rant for the game. However, we are not done yet. In my last video, I asked you guys to submit questions to the channel to say, hey, people have been I know some of you guys have been watching me for quite a long time at this point, arguably almost 3 years. I've been doing this channel for about 3 years or so. And I asked you guys to submit questions, and you guys can ask me about the Devils, the NHL, hockey, or even anything outside of hockey. And you guys came through. So I'm going to pick a question, right? I've already picked out a question that we're going to read out during the video, and I'm going to give you guys my honest thoughts, and then I think we'll wrap it up. So give me 1 second here. So this question comes from Kevin Inspire. Kevin Inspire asks, do you feel the league will eventually get rid of shootouts and expand overtime? If so, by how many minutes? First of all, great question. It's a great question. It really is. Do I feel the league will eventually get rid of shootouts? I'm going to be honest. I don't see them getting rid of shootouts for a very long time. I think that shootouts are sort of ingrained in the culture of hockey, and we've sort of come to even admire the one-on-ones, right? When you're a kid and you're playing hockey out in the front or on the rink or on the street or whatever it is, right? What's that moment that you absolutely love? It's when it's just you and the goalie, one-on-one, mano-a-mano. I don't think they're going to get rid of shootout. I know that a lot of people have issues with the shootout in comparison to overtime. I don't think they're going to be getting rid of shootouts. If they do, I wouldn't expect that to happen for at least another 10 years. At least another 10 years. Because I feel like it's so ingrained in hockey culture that you sort of have to have it. It's kind of like fighting. It doesn't really do much for a lot of people, but it's so ingrained in hockey culture that I think you just kind of have to have it, right? Because it's tradition. Now, if they do get rid of shootout, will they expand overtime, and if so, by how many minutes? I think that the NHL when they introduce 3-on-3 overtime, right? They advertise that as fun, fast, and exciting hockey. No stops, 3-on-3, quick changes. There's more ice to play with, more strategy, more this, more that, right? And they really heavily advertise this. So if they do get rid of shootouts, I don't think they'll expand overtime by more than maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Because I feel like if you start getting into the 10, 12-minute range, you basically have half a period of hockey to play, right? So I think if they do get rid of shootouts in some capacity and they get rid of it, I wouldn't be shocked if they kept like the 7 to 8 minute range, and then maybe they add a fourth guy on the ice, maybe it becomes 4-on-4. But I think the league really likes that 3-on-3 environment, that 3-on-3 atmosphere that makes things a lot more exciting. It's fast, there's not a lot of guys on the ice, and if you screw up, because there's less guys on the ice, there's more opportunities for breakaways, and it really gets the crowd exciting. Because remember, the NHL at the end of the day is not a sports league. It's a business. And at the end of the day, if the fans don't like something or do like something, then the league is going to be more is going to want to attract as many fans as they can so they can get as much money as they can. And I think if fans have like a real push for something, the league's going to have more of an ear to listen for that. So yeah, that's my answer. Thank you again for the question. And yeah, for the next video, guys, I don't know who we're playing next. I want to say the Lightning, but I'm not 100% sure. We will be back for the next video for Devil's Den Hockey. And again, if you guys have any questions that you want to submit to the channel to have me answer, toss those questions either on our community post on our YouTube channel, or you can leave your questions in the comment section of this video, and I'll pick 2 or 3 questions to go over, and we'll answer them in the next video. Anyways, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for me. Take it easy, and I will see you in the next one. Adios.